Okay guys, it's Monday night and I've been busy with the airbrush. I'm filming a tutorial for the Sylvaneth hunters. So they are fully magnetized. I haven't filmed a tutorial on how to magnetize them, but what I've done is I've basically gone from black. I've airbrushed them dryad bark, then beastly brown, then a wash of agrax, then a dry brush of Sylvaneth bark. And then the pink on the back is Warlord purple, followed by squid pink. And then the purple is a metallic purple as well. And I've used hex lichen on some of the deeper recesses, the heartwood and everything, for example. I do need to do a layer of alien purple over the swirls and stuff. And then alien purple mixed with a little bit of silver just on the tips of all the weapons. And then fade them out to bright silver on the end. And then it's just a case of dry brushing the edges of the leaves with change them pink. And paint the staff bits silver. I am of course also working on Drycha at the same time. Ooh. So I'm not sure what colour I'm going to do the honeycomb bits yet. I just realised that angle's horrible. And of course I need to do our face and everything in there as well. So I'll try and get bits and pieces of this done during the week if I've got time, but I'm back at college and everything, and yeah, I've also worked out something for the town hour as well. So obviously that's the toe, and then that's the ankle piece there. So what I'm going to do is I'm getting a load of these beads for £1. So what I'm going to do is, you can see there's two small like nodules on each side. Is I'm basically just going to cut a groove in the bead for it to sit in there, like that. So it just needs to sink down ever so slightly to get in there. And then what I'm going to do, the other piece, is basically I need to replicate like this bit here off the toe. So that's to go on the bottom of the shin of the towner, which is here. There, so you can see there, it needs to sit in there but on top of the bead. Wooden spoon, chop the end off. There you go, it'll fit. So that is the plan to fix the towner, and that's what we're getting done tonight. So like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm playing a game with Phil on Wednesday. Oh, I did do something else. I built Lucy's Lawmaster that we picked up yesterday because we realised that you can take this guy in a null route. I don't know what colour she's going to paint him. They're probably around about the same colours as the Stormcast, but we'll see what she ends up doing with him. But yeah, hopefully I can have these ready for Lucy for the weekend. So, see you in the next video. Okay guys, we're in a different setting. We're now in Lucy's house because it's Friday night, and I've decided to have a lighter weekend and stay here. So we're watching some films. We are. But I've been sneaking a little bit of work in on the Sylvaneth. So Drycha, she's been painted white, ready to be washed with Drucci Violet. I did do some airbrushing before I came round and got the purple done. It is actually metallic purple. If I can get it, there we go. So silver and metallic purple faded through. And I did do a little bit of the tutorial for these as well, and I started doing the bows. Basically I've been using this guy for the tutorial, so I won't fully finish him and leave the last couple of bits for the tutorial, but that's what I've been working on. Lucy's not doing anything tonight, but tomorrow I think we're going to have a bit of a hobby night, see what we can get done. But we're going to Battle Bunker tomorrow. Yay! So yeah, we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Right guys, it's Saturday night and we've done a little bit more painting. I'm almost finished with the Sylvaneth. I popped home earlier and I forgot to pick up two paints. I forgot to pick up Necron Compound and Pallid Witch Flesh, and as you can see I've done all the swords, hilts, gold. They've been washed with sepia, but they need dry brushing with Necron Compound, and the same with the the sides there as well. So the Sylvaneth hunters are almost done apart from the bases. Drycha, we washed her honeycomb and the spite bit with Druchii Violet, and we need to highlight up with white. Are you excited to play, Lucy? Can't wait. So, we did play with the airbrush when we popped home. What's these, Luce? What? These, what are they? Hounds. No, the Griffhounds. Oh yeah. With with the airbrush, and she used the Green Stuff World Flip paints. And again, it's really hard to see on camera, but she's basically, well, you basically had fun, and I showed her how to use the airbrush, and she basically did them all herself. So there's some really nice colours on there, the purples, the greens. That's like a goldy red on the top, and then like a purple green on the bottom, but again, it's really hard to see. Especially in Lucy's light, because she's only got the normal light, not a white daylight bulb like me at home. So, you've only really got to paint the beaks and the eyes, and then the leather harnesses and stuff on them. And then she's got 8 Griffhounds done. So, they're not the most competitive of models, but they look cool, don't they? She's not even listening. She's reading. So, I'd started on the Deathwatch as well. The last of my Deathwatch models, I painted all the silver on the arms, which is 4 more Jump Infantry and 4 more Terminators, because they were I had spare. Yeah, so that I can do a bit more with them. I can run a full Terminator squad for my Deathwatch then. So, I'm going to try and do some more on the Deathwatch tomorrow. I can't do any more on the Sylvaneth, because I haven't got the rest of the colours with me. But yeah, we'll see what Lucy decides to get up to and what I'm going to do. But we've got a little present to show you. That's Stella. Absolutely fast asleep, snoring her head off.
It's actually quiet compared to normal.
Yep. So hi, Stella.
But she's actually probably asleep, I don't think, because she doesn't talk snoring. she's not her friend because we kicked her out in the snow early because she hadn't been out all day.
Yeah. Oh, there she is.
Me cuddle. Oh, my cuddle.
Okay, it's Sunday night, Lucy.
Yep.
It's bedtime.
It is.
It is. But we're getting some bits and pieces done. So Lucy's...
Not much, but...
No, but you've done some of the black on the flyers. So yeah, they're ready for the silver. You started doing the bolt on them.
Yes. On
one of them. So hopefully these 2 guys will be hitting the table soon.
Fingers crossed. And
you're going to do these entirely yourself, aren't you? I'm not going to...
Wait. See how much of a mess I make with them.
You won't make a mess, man. You won't make a mess. So, obviously I'm going back home tomorrow after work. I'm going to leave the Griffhounds with Lucy. And she's going to keep hold of the Stormhorse Silver and the Retributor Armour. And I'm going to finish all the collars and everything.
Yep, everything that basically is not done at the minute.
And then when you base them on Friday night, when you come to mine, that's your entire Stormcast army painted, Lucy.
I keep thinking, no, there's something else.
There's nothing else. Your Lawmaster, you've done a really good job of him. She's painted the cloak black, and then you dry brushed it Zeros purple, then Genestealer purple, and it looks really nice. She's tried edge highlighting on the pinks there, so
getting really cool.
Yeah, well, you're getting there though. You're learning. You're learning. So she's still got the sword to do, and the ball of lightning, and she's got the pouch and the gem on the back, but he's nearly done. Yep. You really could have done with him in the game that we played on Saturday, which you'll probably see in about 2 weeks' time. But yeah, she really could have done with this guy then. What have I done meanwhile? Well, turns out I did have Necron Compound with me, so I've dry brushed the golds on them. So that's the Kernoth Hunters finished. Drycha, I need the white, and then I've started the Deathwatch. I did the silvers last night. I think I showed you, I can't remember. But then I've done some of the reds. I've done the greens of the power weapons and the Xenophase blade. Where is it? There. So just getting base colours down. I even got the silvers and the reds done on the Corvus, the second Corvus. So that was good. Another thing I got done was the ankles for this guy. So the idea is this bit of dowel goes in there, and obviously you glue it in place. And I need my drill bit because I need to kind of hollow it out a little bit, but then the idea is that the bead sits on it. But as the police go past, if you hear it, what I've done is I've sewn 2 grooves into there so that it sits perfectly flush in there and doesn't wobble around. And then obviously the dowel will go across the top when I don't drop it, and it'll attach to there. So the other thing that I've done that you might have seen is that. This is my conversion of Dante. Lucy can't remember the original, but I quite like this. So it's Lieutenant Tolmeron with a Sanguinary Guard arm with the axe, and then of course an Infernal Pistol on the end. He's going in Scepter Jump Pack, which I had to trim the hood off the top. Back to the first layer because the helmet was too big, with Dark Eldar Scourge wings. So, and then of course 2 Blood Angel shoulder pads. For the mask, I used a death mask from the Sanguinary Guard kit, but with Dante you can actually see his hair. So what I do is I cut the back of the helmet off and cut the back of the hair off on another one. And glued them together and stuck them on. So he's going to be quite cool when we're done. So nothing finished this week, Lucy. But a lot of stuff getting very close.
Considering the amount we did last week.
Yeah, yeah. So tomorrow night, I reckon probably finish off Drycha and get some more of the Death Watch done, and fix his legs up. And that's it. So we've seen some of the pictures of people's work.
It's unbelievable, some of the painters we know.
Some of, yeah, definitely unbelievable. So sit back, have a look at some cool pictures as I talk you through what the community's been up to this week. Right folks, so here we go. We have got absolutely loads of pictures today. Very well done to everybody that has been up to some hobby this weekend. Let's have a look and see what everyone's been up to. So first up, we've got Agim. He's done Contempt of Dreadnought and he's converted the pose of it a little. He said that the original is a bit static, and I totally agree. And I love the chest plate that he's done on this, so I can't wait to see that painted. Next up, we've got a commission for Aidan Connor. I suspect this is probably by Drew. Drew is a phenomenal painter. And I think this is 30k guard, I believe. But I love the glowing blue plasma against the tan coloured tanks. And of course you can see here the infantry as well. I think they're like Volkite chargers. And a Lehman Russ there as well. I don't even know what the names of the tanks are, but there's 3 plasma executioners there for the Lehman Russ, and I'm looking forward to seeing Aidan get them on the table. Next up, we've got Andrew Armstrong with his first ever attempt at a Harlequin, and wow, the diamonds.
Brilliant.
Diamonds are brilliant. I can't paint diamonds. I've tried to paint diamonds. This is great, mate, and I can't wait to see what you do with the rest of the squad and even some of the vehicles as well. Next up, we've got Ant Gibson's Redemptor Dreadnought. I think this is one of the clip together ones, and it looks as though he's painting it up in Blood Ravens. I do like that he's lifted the foot up on the rock there that he's put on as well, but he's also put a quote on the side of it saying, I think it's even in death, which is actually a reference to Dawn of War 3, I believe. I haven't played it myself, but that's what he advised me that it was. Next up, we've got another Redemptor Dreadnought, another one of the clip together ones. Very, very popular models, Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
And a bargain. Yep, you got me one, and you're painting it. This time it's a Flesh Tearer Dreadnought, again in red though, and it looks absolutely great. Barry's a class painter, and I love the really deep, rich red that he's got going on. Next up, we've got Mr. Brynhill, once again smashing the models out of the park. I'm not sure what this guy is, a little mage I think, carrying some scrolls. I think it's for his Nurgle because he's got the Nurgle's Rock there on the base. And we've got one of the Putrid Blight Kings. I think this is one of the HQs. I love the Neolac Oxide that he's got on the bronze blade. And of course the guts spilling out everywhere. And then we've got one of these, I think it's just a Chaos Lord on mount. And I don't know where he's going, but it looks as though he's heading to Prague.
It's alright for some.
Next up, we've got Crispian. He has painted Electra for the Marvel miniature game.
Woohoo! Hello, yeah, Marvel.
Lucy prefers DC.
And there's a DC photo coming up.
There is. Next up, though, we've got Darren Davies, and he's got a commission here for the Gravis Captain. From the Dark Imperium box in the style of Blood Angels. Love the glow of the blue sword, and of course my Blood Angels are painted very much the same way. Next up, we've got James McHugh, another commission that he's done here, a Space Wolf. I think it's a Venerable Dreadnought, and I love the weathering that James does on the armour. He's one of the best armour painters that I can think of. And then we've got some long fangs with missile launchers, las cannons and heavy bolters. He seems like he's been doing Space Wolves for years now. I think it's one of his friends that he's doing it for. And then next up, we've got a barrel.
It's a barrel, but really look at it.
That's phenomenal. Like,
that is 1,000,000 times better than anything I could spend a week painting.
The level of detail that he's gone to. He was given some oil washes and some weathering powders and weathering paints and stuff. So he's really gone to town with this. Obviously the chips in the barrel, the oil and rust marks up and down the side of it. And it's unbelievable. Next up we've got James Smith's, I think it's a commissar or a commander for his Imperial Guard. I didn't know he had Imperial Guard. But he said that he's painting the shoulder pad blue, so that it ties in with his Ultramarines. And next up, we've got the craziest named model by Games Workshop ever.
I thought Jess said the name that.
No, it's its actual name. It's a Sloppity Bile Piper.
I thought that was Jess's nickname for it.
No, and of course this is by Jess Smart.
Jewel like Jess.
Yep. Check her out on YouTube. Yeah, the model's crazy. I love it. He's actually got a jester hat on and a bagpipe of gut. And then we've got Rotigus.
Or Fat Albert, as she calls him.
I love the blue tentacles that she's got coming out the arm. And do you know, she painted this in one sitting, Lucy.
Yeah, no,
she did it in 8 hours flat from start to finish. And it's phenomenal. And there's the Sloppity Bile Piper again. Next up, we've got Lee Hamilton working on his 40k orcs. I've played against Lee with his Age of Sigmar orcs. And he's working on an orc truck there. Just the base codes down for the minute, but I'm looking forward to seeing what else he does with them. Next up, we've got the Lizard Man himself. Liam has started Sylvaneth. He's also got a Dread Saurian.
Yep.
Which I'm looking forward to hopefully killing. Are you wanting to kill it?
As long as we're not playing a game over together, then yes.
So yeah, Liam's got a few wanderers there to go with 2 boxes of Start Collecting Sylvaneth, and I think he's after a 3rd one.
And he's got another turtle boy.
Oh yeah. Ugh. Bulbasaur, I choose you. Next up, we've got Luke Evans. Luke is a great guy. Loves his kind of, I don't know how to describe the colours. Very warm reds, greens and browns. Very much, I don't even think he uses GW paints. And I think these are Hex Wraiths or Black Knights. I think the Black Knights, aren't they?
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah. We need to get Luke back on the channel. Now the Battle Book has reopened, we're hopefully going to be able to get a few more games in against him.
Yep.
Next up, we've got the most disgusting man on the planet.
Oh, can you
Mikey
get a
Mount.
close-up of that?
Yes. There we go. I mean, what can you say about that face? Wow.
The scars, the hair. I mean,
the shaved head, the scar, the eye, just wow. Mikey, you are one insane guy, and it doesn't even take him that long to do them, Lucy.
No.
He's painted that guy and 3 of these Inceptors this week. So that's unbelievable.
If he's not sure who he is, last week he was the one that he free-handed all the
Dark Souls thing on the back of the repulsor.
That's the same guy.
Yep. Next up, we've got Neil Humphreys from Hellstorm Wargaming. Check them out. They're a bunch of lads, and they're awesome. And he's starting his his Chaos Renegades. And this guy is made out of a Gene Stealer Cult Neophyte, and it looks as though he's put a Skitarii Vanguard head on it. So, pretty cool, but easy conversion. And looking forward to seeing them painted up as well. Next up, we've got Paul Shaw. Paul's got quite a few things that he's been working on this week. He's got some 30k Ultramarine, I want to say Honor Guard. And I love the helmets that these guys wear. Very, very symbolic of the Emperor, and of course, Rebute Guilliman. He's also been working on some MDF terrain. I think this is from TT Combat because I recognise the generators on the left-hand side that you see there. Some pretty cool stuff that they've got, and the Eldar terrain that you've seen on the channel is by them as well. And then he's finished up the Death Guard Terminators that you saw either last week or the week before. And I love the very rich, brighter green to the typical brown green that you normally see. Yeah, these are spot on, mate, and I can't wait to see what other ones you get done. Next up, we've got Peter Rooney and a squad of Plague Marines. And I can't describe what it is about these, but the shade of the kind of yellowy green combined with that, I think it's Agrelin Earth texture paint on the bases. It really, really pops and stands out, and it looks really, really cool, mate. Next up, we've got Killer Croc. Killer Croc, Phil Sanderson from Durham Raiders. Go and check out Durham Raiders. If you live in the area, they play all sorts of games down there, don't they?
Anything you could.
Anything you can get your hands on, somebody plays it. So yeah, Phil has painted up Killer Croc, and he looks pretty damn cool. Next up, we've got Richard Outhwaite. Now, I'm not sure what this is. I don't know whether it's Lord of the Rings or if it's Frostgrave. I think it's Lord of the Rings. But the level of detail that he's got on these tiny models is great. The shading on the red robes and everything you see there looks absolutely fantastic. So yeah, good job, man. Next up, we've got Scott Longworth. A couple of pictures from Scott. Looks as though he's working on the Shadespire Ard Boys. Love the bright popping yellow, very reminiscent of Bad Moons for 40k. Just the base colours down for the minute, but they're going to look pretty damn cool. And then we've got Lord of Contagion. So much Death Guard-y goodness, Lucy. Everybody's doing Death Guard, and some of the paint jobs are amazing. Just the rust and the gore and the guts and
Wait, isn't that Nurgle?
yes. Death Guard is the Nurgle Space Marines, basically.
Right.
So, love this model. Really, really popular model. He's good in game, and he's brilliant to paint. So, a fantastic job by Scott there. Next up, we've got Stephen Boxall. Boxy. He's painted Dark Angel Librarian. The amount of Dark Angels that Boxy smashes out is unbelievable. You think I'm a quick painter? Nah, Boxy's faster. And he does an amazing job of it as well. So this Librarian is top notch. And we've also got a Talon Master here that he's converted up. And it looks as though he is pretty much done. I dread to think how many points he's got, but I bet you he's got nearly as many as my Blood Angels. Yeah, exactly. And then lastly, we have Stephen Dunn's Forge World hazard suits for Tau with the dual plasma rifle and burst cannons. Some fantastic pictures. Everyone's been really busy this week. We've been really busy this week. So yeah, if you want to have your pictures submitted to the video, please send me an email in the description in the video in front of you. And of course, if you want early access to all the battle reports, narrative campaign, which is currently on there as well, please support us via Patreon, again at the top of the page. But until next time, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this showcase, and we will see you again